Hi everyone. I don't usually make these type of videos. As you can see right now, I'm making it. Let me get off that real quick. Okay, and basically, I don't really do these type of videos where, you know, it's scaling and bullshit and all that. Just scaling videos. I don't really make those type of videos. But I just came out from holiday and I decided, you know, I'm gonna make an edit. And as you just saw right there, I think you guys know what my next edit's gonna be. Actually, I think I'm gonna release the edits before this video comes out. So yeah, but basically, what today's video is I'm gonna be doing this last argument debates of Robby versus Miguel, because part 3 is out now, and obviously Robby got injured to Axel. Miguel won the Sakai Takai, pretty much avenged Robby. Although, just saying, even if you don't agree with me, Robby's better than Axel. Uh, and so is Miguel. But I will stand by the fact that the Axel that fought Miguel was the less peak version of the Axel that fought Robby. I will stand by that. But, this is going to be the last debate of Robby versus Miguel. And I'm going to scale them both. And it's actually closer than you think. Most people think it's, Miguel mid-high diff or high diff or just mid-diff. But it's not that. It's not what you think it is. It is a lot closer than you think it is. So I will be scaling into that right now. Okay, well, to start with, let's start with Miguel. Obviously, he helped Robby train for his fight against Axel, and I know most people actually thought that Robby was going to win. Obviously, for those who saw the leaks, know that Robby would not have won. Robby wouldn't win, whatsoever. But, anyways, let's start with Miguel. As you could see, to begin with, Miguel does really good and actually lands 5 points on Axel. But then, Wolf helps him get his head back in the game because, the guy basically injured Robby and somewhat killed Quan. Although when he fought Robby, he didn't have PTSD over Quan whatsoever. After he injured him, he clearly had the PTSD of Quan and, injuring Robby. So, yeah. And then Axel pretty much, goes ham and destroys Miguel. Yeah. Let's just say destroy Miguel. And gets 15 points. So then, I'm tired right now, bro. I just came up from holiday. I'm sorry if that sounds like so slow right now. Anyway, then, Johnny pretty much unlocks the Prime Miguel that we all wanted. And, he pretty much locks in and destroys an Axel that did a really crazy kick on him. 26-15. Yes. Knocks him. He didn't knock him out, but he knocks him down. I think most people thought he knocked him out, which is why I think they said he would mid-high diff Robby when he knocked him down instead. Anyway, Miguel pretty much, has shown to unlock his prime back, and he is insane. And his scaling is crazy. Because that's Miguel's scaling. That's an easy scale character. You can scale him easily. He is top 1 in terms of teams, best team fire, and he is arguably, you know, he arguably did better against Axel than Robby did. But then I would stand by the fact that, you know, the Axel that fought Robby was the Pico version than the one that fought Miguel. And I feel like if it was Axel that fought Robby that fought Miguel, Axel would like land at least 2 or 3 points on the same Miguel that destroyed the weaker Axel. Yes, I said 2 or 3 points. Miguel is great, but Axel would still land some like 2-3 points on him. I gotta be honest. Which pretty much comes to the conclusion of, you know, Miguel is a very good fighter and he is unmatched at the minute. Okay. Now let's get into Robby. Robby is a very adaptable character in the series, and you know, even Daniel said, and he clearly just named everything that he's adapted through. You know, he beat Quan when no one else could. He pretty much, I don't know the writer said that Miguel won a bit off balance, but to be honest, I do feel like they just said that so then people don't expect much from Miguel this season, except for the fact that that you should expect a lot from him. I basically just won. I feel like that's what the writer was trying to say to them, but I just don't want to say it out loud because then it would make it a bit obvious, you know. You know what I'm trying to say? But you know, Robby pretty much beat Miguel. A full-on focused Miguel. A determined Miguel that wanted the captain spot for wrong reasons. And at this point, he basically beat Axel. Like, honestly, you guys can say, oh no, but Axel beat him, and even if he didn't injure his leg, he still would have beaten him. I'm sorry, but this was a fully adapted Robby, and you can see in this clip right here how, you know, he's actually starting to block now. How he actually started to block his hits and is actually blocking the ones that are coming to him, and he's fully adapted to him now. And even though he went crazy in HIMM, I do have to be honest. Robby would have pretty much been Axel. I mean, you can see how much he adapted to him, and you know, because even though Robby was getting hits to his face, even though Robby's getting punched to the face by Axel, you know, he wasn't fully adapted to his fighting style yet. And then, you know, he started to become more adapted to the point where he's actually like landing insane kicks to his face. And like he was the first one to land far more than 5 hits on Axel. Like that's impressive, you know. It just shows how much Robby is adapted. And those kicks to Axel's face were insane. Like, honestly. Also, even though Miguel had more training than Robby, you guys do forget that, you know, Robby's ending is his sponsorship, whatever, job with Tori, karate instructor whatsoever. That we can assume comes with flipping training because he's breaking boards and, you know, he probably has to do more insane stuff, so that comes with training. You know, so he has to do training as well, technically. Robby, and we can assume that Miguel pretty much doesn't need to do training anymore. He's a world champion, and you know, he has his life, Robby has his life. They both have the lives going on right now. So we can assume that Robby's also had extra training. And same thing with Axel. Technically, we saw Axel leave. You know, I guess for now we can assume, because we haven't really seen Axel yet, so we can assume like Axel isn't really doing anything. He's being Johnny in season 1 when he was just when he was just, you know, heartbroken to a flipping crane kick, or a kick that just changed everything. And as you can see, this is like Robby just adapting to Axel and like landing kicks on his face that no one thought would be possible. Even Miguel landing kicks to his face, I know that, but then again, this is Robby landing kicks to a peaker version of Axel. So, keep that in mind. And let's not forget, if he's doing this to a peaker version of Axel, just imagine like what you could do to this Miguel. Just imagine what you could do. Not saying that he would win against him, but just imagine how many hits that he would get on him, or how many kicks to the face he would get on him. Just imagine that. Okay, overall, here's how I think the fight would end. I think, Miguel would strike first and immediately get the upper hand. Then Robby would start to adapt and, block him and start landing points on him. Eventually to the point where he lands kicks to his face. And then Miguel also starts landing points. And, they both start hitting each other crazy. And then, it comes to like down to where someone has to knock someone down or find a way to win the fight. And then that's when, Miguel would arguably most likely finding the upper hand of Robby and then ending him with whatever kick that would probably take the cake. And Miguel would win by a high extreme diff because Robby would not make it easy. Like a fully adapted Robby against Miguel. And just saying, Miguel, if you're saying why would Robby be fully adapted against Miguel, they've pretty much fought like nearly every season now. There's just season 3 that's missing. They pretty much fought every season. They pretty much fought every season. If we include season 6 as a whole, then technically they've pretty much fought every season. So, for you guys saying, oh, but Miguel's using Cobra Kai fight style now. Robby's literally fought Cobra Kai Miguel. It's season 1. Like, AKA, he wrecked. I don't care. Miguel might have won, but Robby still wrecked him. Like, bro, you can just tell Robby wrecked him because Miguel had to go for his flipping shoulder. And we all know that season 1 Robby's bad. So why would Robby not be like, if not fully adapted, near to fully adapted? Like, Robby would still be fully adapted, I would say, because, Robby has fought Miguel already. And, he might need a little bit of a refresher, just to, like, remind himself what Miguel's fighting style is like. And also, this season 6 part 1 Robby has fully adapted to Miguel's fighting style, and you could just tell because he was on the defense. So yeah, Miguel would win, but it wouldn't be easy. It'll be a high extreme diff. So that's my pretty much conclusion on, Robby vs. Miguel season 6 part 3. Sorry if I sound like I was waffling. I don't think I was. It was just my personal scaling opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of how, it could go out, and who do you guys think would win? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.